The unfortunate truth is this: Jesus Christ never actually lived, and the story of his life has been derived from cosmic mythology. This we shall prove as we proceed. The method that we shall use in matching the life of Jesus to a typical sun god is by tracking the movement of the sun through its annual cycle and comparing the background of locations that the sun passes. We shall match the interactions of Jesus Christ as he travels through the Holy Lands to the interactions of the cosmic sun as it travels through the cosmos. By this method, we shall prove that the biblical Jesus is actually a metaphorical copy of the solar sun. Now, there are a few points on our sky map that you need to be familiar with or acquainted to. Number one would be the celestial equator. This red line here going across, that's the celestial equator. It divides the upper hemisphere from the lower hemisphere, the upper north from the lower south. Also, you need to be acquainted with the ecliptic. The ecliptic is this gold line here. This is the pathway of the sun. This is the annual cycle of the sun. It travels along the ecliptic. And we need to be aware of the cardinal points. The cardinal points is this position here, the lowest point of the sun is the winter solstice. That is right here. The vernal equinox is the beginning of spring, when where the ecliptic intercepts the celestial equator. When the sun gets to that point, it is spring. The highest position of the sun is right up here. It's the summer solstice. And when the sun is coming down and passes again through the celestial equator on its way down to the lower hemisphere, it passes through the autumnal equinox. That's what this point is right here. Another point that is important to astrotheological symbolism is the time setting. This mythology concerning Jesus Christ was written in the time of Pisces. Pisces began in 126 BC. Therefore, I have this sky map set near the time of the beginning of Pisces. It's set at 71 AD. Okay, I think we will start our direct decipherment in unveiling the parallels between the solar sun and Jesus Christ of the Bible, showing that Jesus is a metaphorical representation of the sun. I think I'm going to remove the grid here so we can see the constellations a little better. But the sun is born at the winter solstice on December 25. And we know also that Jesus' birth is put at December 25. So that's a significant parallel there. According to the Bible, at the time of Jesus' birth, there were shepherds attending their flock. But when we parallel the biblical story to the actual birth of the sun and the stars and constellations that are in the vicinity of the sun at the time of the sun's birth, we go up to the constellation of the king, Cepheus, that means king. and we can find two stars that fit the description given in the Bible. Here we see in the constellation of the king of glory, the king of Israel, the king of Ethiopia, however you want to put it, Ire. The term Ire means shepherd. The term Ire means shepherd. And the star shepherd is in the vicinity of the sun when it is born on December 25th, Sol Invictus. And at this position here, I believe, yes, Alfolk. Alfolk means flock. Alfolk means flock. So we have these two stars in the constellation of the king, born when the king's son is born on December 25th. These two stars within the constellation of the king are in the vicinity of the sun when it is born. So this gives astrotheological or astronomical significance to the biblical verses, showing a strong parallel there. Now I'd like to move our sun up to the next cardinal point. If I can do that right quick. The next cardinal point is the vernal equinox, which I've already explained to you. These other lights that you see moving along with the sun, they are the planets. And so right there, we have the sun at the vernal equinox. Now, there's significant biblical symbolism that actually points to this intersection as a parallel to the life of Jesus in the Bible. Now, when Jesus started out his mission, he started out with the baptism within the Jordan River. But at that baptism, according to the Bible, he was immediately challenged by the devil in order to prevent him from going on his mission. The devil tried to bargain with Jesus not to go on his mission toward accomplishing whatever he intended to accomplish. He was opposed by the devil, and this went on for 40 days. 40 days, the number 40 is very significant in biblical symbolism. In this phase of symbolism that we are deciphering now, the 40 refers to seasonal transition. So I want to emphasize that the 40-day struggle between Jesus and the devil is symbolic of the struggle between the actual solar sun and the opposing forces of nature as the sun initiates seasonal change on our planet. This is the crux of the biblical symbolism regarding the challenge of Jesus by the devil. Now, as I said, the 40 days opposition by the devil against Jesus going on his mission, it refers to seasonal transition, because at the time the sun crosses the vernal equinox, this initiates spring, but spring-type weather does not take hold immediately. It takes time for a transition from the winter weather to the spring-type weather. So the ancients, they wrote this mythology, this challenge to the sun as it went through this period of transition, as a challenge from the devil, which is synonymous to the challenge of the forces of nature fighting against the sun as it goes through this transition period of 40 days to transform from winter-type weather to real springtime weather. The ancients signaled this transition by placing holidays exactly 40 days after the equinoctial points. You will find if you count 40 days from March 21, the time of the vernal equinox, you come to May 1, which is a holiday, May Day. Anciently, it may be called by whatever name according to the culture. But exactly 40 days, you have a holiday that signals the completion of seasonal transition. Now, this holds for the 40 days after the vernal equinox, and likewise after the autumnal equinox. When the sun hits the autumnal equinox on September 22, you count 40 days and you come to the holiday of Halloween. There's always a transition period. So the 40-day struggle between the devil and Jesus, that is what it is signifying within the symbolism. So that's a very significant and important point there. Okay, if I can get this program to work right here, we'll move on to the next cardinal point, which is Cancer, and compare the symbolism there between the biblical Jesus and the sun. And let's move our sun. Okay. Now the sun is at the summer solstice. Sun is at the summer solstice. Now, the parallel between the biblical Jesus and the sun is that the highest point or the goal of Jesus' mission was Jerusalem. That was his highest point. That was his fulfillment, his destination. And within the cosmic symbolism, the highest point of the sun is at the summer solstice. The highest point of the sun is at the summer solstice. This equates with the Jerusalem of the Bible. And a significant symbolism in the Bible. Of course, we have taken it literally in the past, but the symbolism is that when Jesus rode into Jerusalem, when he entered into Jerusalem, he rode on 2 donkeys, on 2 asses. And so, of course, our objective is to parallel that passage in the Bible concerning Jesus' entry into Jerusalem with the astronomical symbolism. So, at Jerusalem here, I want to show you 2 stars which fit the description of Jesus entering into Jerusalem on 2 asses. I can find them here. We got a lot of clutter here. But that's not the one. Okay, Asellus borealis. Asellus borealis means northern ass. Northern ass, Asellus borealis. When the sun hits the summer solstice, it enters or it crosses Asellus borealis. And the other ass, let's see if we can find it here, Ocelis australis. That's the other ass within the sign of Cancer, the other donkey within the sign of Cancer, Ocelis australis. So here we have here Jesus of the Bible entering in to Jerusalem on two asses, which makes no sense literally, but when we compare it to the cosmic sun, we see proof that it actually happens on the sun's annual cycle. Greetings. My name is Malik Jabbar, author of the Astrological Foundation of the Christ Myth in 4 volumes and other books on the subject of astrotheology. If you enjoyed this presentation, please push the like button. Also, subscribe and you will be notified of future offerings. You can also visit my site, thechristmyth.com, and read more on the subject of astrotheology. Plus, you can order my books at a terrific discount. We ship internationally as well as nationally. And of course, I welcome your comments below. So I thank you, and I sincerely appreciate your time.